So, now, full disclosure, I have not watched this. There's an interview on CNN where apparently there's...
Yeah, this came up right before we went on.
It's been out for a couple of days. But, CNN...
I'm saying for us. Yeah. We didn't...
Yeah. Basically, it's a police dude from China who is involved in torturing Uyghurs. And so he's like a whistleblower and he's a dissident. So he came to the States and he's now, doing the rounds and telling about, the things he did.
That's not the point.
So that's not the point. The fact of the matter is, some people have been trying to discredit the guy.
Some people?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Mainly CCP sycophants and shills. Now, the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's 100% legit. I don't know anything about the guy. I haven't even watched the interview. But when people start to try and pick apart these little details to try and prove someone wrong, because they do that to you and me all the time, I start to look into it.
Me too.
So you got sent this...
Yeah, So this is a tweet coming from one of the CCP sycophants. There's this other guy named Noel or whatever. He was on there as well. But these guys, these shill dudes, they started to send around all of these things that tried to make this guy. Hey, pull up the interview.
Do we have it?
Yeah, we do. Just scroll forward.
Okay, let's
scroll forward.
Okay, I'll have to scroll forward. It'll give me a second.
So we need context. Like I don't want everyone to be guessing who we're talking
about.
Okay,
yeah, here
this
we go.
guy here.
Yeah. If you
just
could
have him up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get him in there. Give me a second.
Confession. From ethnic.
Okay, so this is the whistleblower dude.
This is who we're talking about.
Yeah. So this interview comes out on CNN, and I get all these tweets at me that are like, they're blaming us. They're like, CNN got a fake whistleblower. You guys are so retarded. I can't believe you would believe in such a dupe. They're trying to dupe us, right?
Yeah.
It's psyop stuff. It's fake. It's all this kind of stuff. So immediately, Winston and I were talking. We're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Because at first I was like, hey, maybe they're onto something. Yeah. So I look at it.
Well, okay. This is the reason. The reason they say that he's fake is they say that the uniform that he's wearing.
Yeah, just read the tweet.
It says. Police in Chinese is Gong An. This fake
Gongzhi.
Yeah, this fake uniforms patch writes Gongzhi, which has no meaning at all.
Right.
Even people who don't know Chinese can tell the difference. Next, CNN should do better homework on making propaganda. Also, there's a decent chance this guy is just trolling CNN. So what they're saying is the patch on his arm doesn't say Gong An, okay?
It says Gongzhi.
But Gong An means public security. Yeah, Gong Qi Che is a bus. It just means a public bus.
Public, yeah.
Hua Hua Gongzi is a playboy.
Yes.
The flower public thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it translates into. Anyway.
A Gongji is... Oh,
yeah.
that's different.
Yeah, that's different. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, Gong An, whatever the hell it is, we're going to take a look. So they're saying that his patch, and this is the example they use. They've taken a screenshot, and guess what? They've actually photoshopped it.
So when I saw this, I was like, "Oh yeah, look at this! It's Gongzhi." That doesn't make any sense because I know that the uniform says "Go on."
Exactly. So what I did,
I was like, CNN.
I said because you were saying, "Oh, it looks like he's fake." So we pulled up the original interview. No,
it says "Gong on."
It says "Gong on." You got to just look at it. The fact of the matter is, the lines that are there kind of make a little bit of a trick on the eyes, and if you're watching it in very low resolution, it doesn't look correct. But you can very clearly see. Because the Chinese character for safety is kind of an interesting symbol. It's got a picture of a woman. Well, it's a character of a woman underneath a roof. So it's like a woman is under a roof.
That's
safe.
safety. Yeah.
That means safety. So you can clearly see the character nu.
Yeah.
For nu, whatever you say. So he's got those two umlaut type things on it. Yeah. Okay. For women, and then you've got the little house thing on top of it, and that is. Correct. It is Gong An. So the
CCP shills photoshopped a picture to make it look wrong.
Yes, they either photoshopped it or took it from a very low resolution source.
Well, it looks like it was manipulated.
Yeah, it does.
That's the problem.
Yeah, because if we go back to the picture that they showed, because everybody, if you can take a look at the second character, okay, the An character. If we go back to the one that where is it? The one they photoshopped here. You can see it looks suspect.
It does look like Gongzhi. It does.
Yeah, it looks sus what they've done to it. Anyway, so the fact of the matter, they fail on that one. So they try to say that it's fake because of that patch.
Yeah, Chinese people in the comments are saying it says Gong An. I can confirm.
Yeah, of course it says
Gong An.
Of
course it does.
There's idiots. So it doesn't end there, okay? Now here's the dumb part. Okay. Someone says, right, this guy doesn't even have a Chinese accent. Lol. Let's listen to him. Okay? Where is he?
He's coming.
Yeah. Let's come on. Where is he? I want to hear this guy. Where's his accent? Come on. This is
confessions from ethnic Uyghurs in Xinjiang.
Some cops would play the good cops, and some would play the bad cops. After
Okay, do you know why he doesn't have a Chinese accent? Because it's a translator.
It's a dub.
They dubbed over the translator. Of course he doesn't have a Chinese accent. You morons. Okay, it gets worse.
There's more.
It gets worse, okay? Let's go.
So keep in mind, for all of you that are just tuning in, there is a big plot from the CCP sycophants, like the China supporter, the Chinese government supporter type peoples, the ones that'll apologize for all their mistakes, that really want to discredit this whistleblower.
Yeah, and the only way they can do that is to try to say that his uniform is fake.
Right, which we've disproven with the first thing.
Yes.
But then there's a second. What's in the other argument they're making?
Okay, here, let's take a look at this. I'm going to try
This is what keeps getting tweeted at us.
Okay, the devil is in the details. They say, because in the interview, it shows his cuff, which says police in English.
Yeah.
So look, this is what they're tweeting out. It says, the devil is in the details. In China, it says, Jing Cha, not police. Well, these guys are absolute morons. You know why? Because, actually, let's get a better one.
It does.
The Chinese
police.
uniform does say police.
So I was actually, this is where I was getting skeptical. When I was in China, I'm thinking back when I was in China, I was like, the uniforms and the cuff absolutely said police on it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So these people live in China right now.
Yes.
And they're trying to argue that it says Jingcha, not police on their cuffs.
So it's very
Bullshit.
easy. All we did is go to Baidu, which is,
I typed in 中国警察. That's
Yes.
all I needed to type in.
and it brings
中国
up,
警察.
yeah, which is Chinese police. It brings up Chinese police. Yeah,
uniform.
知府, yeah. And we got a whole bunch. Look, there's another dude sitting on a chair there in China. Chinese police. Says police on his cuff. So you see how pathetic these guys are. They always try to attack the person rather than try to attack the argument. Because, they feel like if they can discredit the person by either labeling him a fake or a racist or whatever, that they can actually take away from what they're saying. Because they unfortunately realize that what they're saying is true. And there's no way they can argue against that. So not only have they gone after the cuff, okay, so we see the cuff over here. This is them doing...
The devil's in the details. And look at it. It's at CNN, at SerpentZA, at Lao86.
Yes, they at us. They're trying to say like, oh, look.
These people live in China.
Why do they
You
not
live
know?
there. You see police every day.
This picture of the Jingcha, I've never seen it written Jingcha ever.
Neither have I.
So either that's fake or there are two versions of the uniform, which is totally understandable.
Some areas definitely say Jingcha. I guarantee it says Jingcha.
Yeah, sometimes you see Tejin or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Chinese police system is a bit of a rambled up mess, to be honest. It takes a long time before you get to tell the difference between a security guard, a traffic police person, normal police, just bawans, things like that. What do you call those guys again? The urban management guy, Chengguan. They all have their own uniforms, and they all say police on them, by the way. Pretty much all of them have similar patches. So they're different variants. But the fact of the matter is that they are trying to discredit this whistleblower because of bullshit things that they're making up.
The worst thing is a lot of these people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know that the uniform doesn't say Gong An. It says Gong An. They know that the uniforms do say police in China in some of the regions. They know all this stuff.
Now, another thing that they're saying is that his shoulder lapels, that particular shoulder lapel you only get if you've done over 10 years of service in the Chinese police. And in the interview, they didn't make it very clear how long he's had done service. And he said something like 10 years plus minus, something along those lines. So like, oh, well, he couldn't have got that if he hadn't been in there for longer than 10 years. Again, they're just making shit up. And they're using his uniform as a way to try and say, oh, look, he's fake. But so far, the only thing they're proving is how moronic they are and how little they know about China.
The problem is most people won't do what we're doing, like due diligence. Because we look at something like that and say, something doesn't check out here. Living in China, we know that that's not the case. I've seen uniforms that say police. I know that it says Gong An.
And that's the thing,
but
though.
they drowned it out. It's diversion.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because somebody who's just browsing Twitter or Reddit or something comes across this picture.
And that's where they win. That's where this propaganda works.
They'll look at this picture and say, oh, wow, this looks right. They don't fact check. So they're probably like, yeah, it looks like CNN was faking it all along, or this guy's faking it. Meanwhile, that is a legitimate Chinese police uniform that he's wearing.
We don't like to talk about the shills because they don't deserve any more attention than they get. So we're not going to name drop anyone. But I do challenge you guys to come up with a rebuttal to this because that's just stupid.
It's weak and lazy.
You know it makes you look like a piece of shit when you make stuff up.
Yeah.
It's a lie. It's absolute lies.
By the way, this is a Chinese police officer in Italy, because they have Chinese police officers walking the street for training or whatever the hell it is. Look, it says police on his little cuff as well. Guess what? Just like we see this woman police officer with police on her cuff.
Just go on Baidu and look at
this male police officer with a police on his cuff.
It's very simple.
These police officers on the street in Shanghai with police on the cuff. Come on, guys.
In Guangdong, where we live, it says frickin' police. And I know some areas say Jingcha too. I'm sure they do.
Absolute
I
morons.
remember the police more.
Anyway, I think we've harped on about this one long enough.
Well, we proved you wrong yet again. So stop being a dick.
It's not very difficult.
No. Lying ass dicks. Is what they are.
They're just liars.